Good morning. Today I am going to be doing an eyebrow threading video. I'm going to teach you guys how to do a self-threading technique as I clean up my own eyebrows. I do want to reiterate though, after you watch the technique, you should practice on your leg or any other part of your body that has hair that you can reach with your hands before you try it on your actual face, just to make sure that you don't mess up or take off too much hair and then be mad at me, okay? So to get started, I'm gonna go over the supplies that you're gonna need in order to do your threading. So the thread that I'm going to be using today is the Bella organic thread. So this thread is 100% cotton. I do not recommend doing an eyebrow threading with sewing thread. Make sure that you use thread that is 100% cotton and preferably organic. The thread that I'm using today you can buy on Amazon or eBay for less than $5, so it's definitely worth the buy. It lasts a long time. It's a pretty thick spool of thread, so if you do want to attempt to thread your eyebrows in the future, I do recommend getting either Bella or another brand. You're also going to need some witch hazel or rose water. You do want to clean your eyebrows before you start. I'm also going to be using a cotton pad to clean my eyebrows, a pair of scissors to trim my eyebrows, and a spoolie to brush my eyebrows. To get started, the first thing that I'm going to do is clean off my eyebrows. So using my cotton pad and my witch hazel, I'm going to dab some on my cotton pad and I'm going to clean off my eyebrows. So in case you're wondering, my eyebrows are semi-permanent. I had the micro shading done on my eyebrows, so the color isn't going anywhere. My shape is permanently there. What I'm going to be doing today is just cleaning up these extra hairs around my eyebrows. I actually haven't done them in 2 months, so I don't have that much eyebrow hair, but threading does last a long time, so I love threading as opposed to any other method of hair removal on my eyebrows. So now that I have cleaned my eyebrows with the witch hazel, I'm going to brush them into the shape. This is more for people who don't have semi-permanent eyebrows. You really want to shape your eyebrows. Now, this would be the point that you would use your eyebrow pencil to actually draw the shape to make sure that you don't go and remove hair in an area that you wouldn't want to typically remove that hair. Since my eyebrows are already shaped, I'm just brushing to see. I have some long hair on this side, so that's when I would use my scissors to trim the excess hair. So you can do it before, you can do it after, whichever helps you when removing the hair. Like if you think it'll get in your way, then I would go ahead and trim that hair first. If your eyebrows don't have the shape that you would like, I would trim first to make sure that you're not removing any unwanted hair. Okay, so I've cleaned my eyebrows with my witch hazel, and then I've brushed my hair. If you have a pencil, make sure you draw the shape, and then we'll get started with the hair removal process. All right, so to get started with the actual process, I'm going to use my spoolie, pull down the thread, and I'm going to loop it back up. And once I have enough thread, I'm going to tear it. I'm going to put the two ends together as such, and then I'm going to tie these in a knot. I'm going to make 2 to 3 knots just to make sure that the thread doesn't slip out. The knots don't have to match or align perfectly, neither do the two ends of the thread. You just want to make sure that it is knotted tightly and secure and doesn't come out. So here's a knot that I have in my thread. Holding the knot in the right side of my hand, I am going to do a circle clockwise 5 to 7 times with my right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then again, making sure that the knot is in the palm of my hand and not in the line that I have in my circle. So as you can see by the thread that I have, after circling it 7 times, 5 to 7 times clockwise, I'm going to end up with a line in my thread. This creates 2 halves. So you have your left side or your left mouth. This shape creates a scissor. So imagine a pair of scissors that are open. This is the shape that it's going to make, and then the same on the right. You have 2 scissors that you're going to use to remove hair. When you're on the left side, you're going to use your left hand to operate and close the right scissor. So you're going to move from left to right on your left side and from right to left on your right side. You're always going to move in the opposite direction of your hair growth, which is why it's really important to note on the left, you're always going to go from the out to the center, and same from the right, from the outwards corner to the center, top and bottom. So as you're preparing the thread, I do want you guys to make sure that you're practicing on your legs. Practice on your legs first. Do not practice on your face first. Practice, practice, practice on your legs. Get the gist of removing the hair before you actually attempt to do it on your face, okay? So how does this operation work? How do you thread your eyebrows with this? So if I'm on my right side and I'm removing the hair from the outside to the center, I'm going to use my right hand to control the scissor as I'm removing hair, okay? So this is going to open, which moves the center over to the left. This little V shape is the scissor that's removing the hair, okay? So I'm going to grab a hair and I'm going to gently move my hand open to remove it. So that hair that was right there is no longer there. So I use the straight part of my string to kind of control the hair that I want to put in my V. So the hair that's right here, I'm going to grab, and my right hand is ready. And as I push it to the left, it removed the hair. So I have a few hairs right here that need to go too. So I'm going to start over here and get the string and push. Okay? So it's very, very easy. Holding the string here, I'm going to push and remove the hair. Okay? So notice I'm brushing this hair that's near my eyebrow up because I don't want it to get in my way as I'm removing the hair. Alright guys, so I am totally finished with the right side of my brow. Want you guys to take a peek at that. I've done the bottom and the top part. It's nice and clean. So I'm going to move on over to my left side. I'm right hand dominant, so I feel like it's easier for me to go this way. But same technique on the left, except instead of pushing with my right, I'm going to be pushing with my left hand. So this eyebrow needs some work, as you guys can see. Not as much hair on this one as the other side, but again, I haven't done my eyebrows in like 2 months since I posted my last threading video. Maybe longer than that. I don't remember. All right, so starting here, we are going to capture the hair and push So notice that every time I push with the left, I then have to reposition the string back to that side, okay? So every time I remove it here, I'm gonna then push it back over, because if I'm already on this side, I have nothing left to push. You know, I can't close my scissor anymore. So I need to then reposition it over here to make the scissor open. And then close it. Also, you want to make sure that you're holding the thread flat to your skin. You don't want to, I know our faces are round, but you don't want to have like one side up and one side down. You want to make sure that you have it rounded to the shape of your face. All right, a couple of more here, and then we're gonna go to the top. I also want you guys to notice that my skin is not red. It has not turned red. Threading is good for multiple different types of skin as opposed to waxing. If you're using 100% organic cotton thread. Now, for people who are like, I got my eyebrows threaded and my skin broke out, it's a good chance that they weren't using organic or cotton thread. You always got somebody trying to be like on a budget, not trying to like buy the real stuff, but that's really important. All right, so I'm gonna brush my hair down on this side because some of it's pretty long. And I'm going to go along my brow shape and trim these long hairs. I think I got another hair up there that I need to remove, and then we'll be all done, folks. All right, guys, so I am 100% finished with both brows, cleaning them up with my thread. I'm just going to go over it again with my witch hazel. If I'm doing a client, I would also use the cortisone cream just to make sure that there's no redness at all whenever they leave. If you guys have any questions particular to threading, eyebrow threading, self-threading, or threading on anyone else, please let me know. Send me a message in the comments, and I would love to get back to you.